Campaigners fighting to abolish Letchworth Town Council have got one of their members onto the council, Peter Groves. He stood as the only candidate in a by-election for the South East Ward. Their plan is to take over the other 24 wards and then dissolve the council from within. Peter Groves is the new councillor and also a member of the Help Eliminate Letchworth Parish Council campaign group. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve.
So here you are preparing to abolish yourself, in a sense.
I would hope so.
Just remind us what the issue is here.
Well, we have a new council, Letchworth Parish Council. It's only been there for 3 years. It's unnecessary, it's expensive, it's undemocratic, it's unaccountable, it's dishonest, and we want shot of it.
Hang on a moment. It's unaccountable. I thought you had to be voted in, like you were voted in.
I wasn't voted in. I stood and I was elected unopposed. No one dared face me.
How many votes did you get, Peter?
I got 0
in this
votes.
Landslide victory.
But I did get people to nominate me.
Hang on a moment. You got no votes at all.
No, I was elected unopposed because no one stood up against me.
Right. So you're just like, well, it's just you, so you might as well just be there, right?
Well, yes, but that's because next May, we think, that's when the elections are there and 24 councillors will come up for election and we will oppose every single one of them, and with luck we will throw them off because they're, as I say, unnecessary, too expensive, etc.
Now, you've got the District Council and you've got the Heritage Foundation as well there in Letchworth. You're not exactly under-governed, are you?
That's exactly our point.
Right.
We've got unlike most other places, we've got the Heritage Foundation, and the main issue seems to be about planning, which you have to put into both the District Council and the Heritage Foundation. And if you live in lots of other parts of the country, most of them, you don't have to do that.
Why wouldn't you try and become one of the very few elected members of the Heritage Foundation?
Well, I don't think that would be difficult, judging by the response when I went round to get support for my nomination. But nonetheless, yeah, I think we shall be successful. But the problem is we don't need a third tier that concerns itself with planning, and it costs us money. Do you know they're charging us £600,000 over 20,000 electorate in Letchworth? Quite ridiculous. Four years ago, we didn't have this council and it didn't cost us a penny.
There is an argument here to say the Letchworth Parish Council is generally elected, apart from the likes of yourself, because nobody stood against you. But generally, it is accountable, whereas the Heritage Foundation, by and large, is not. Now, would that not be the better one to attack? I'm not suggesting what you should or shouldn't do, but on the basis that you're saying, well, you're suggesting to me the Parish Council is unaccountable, I would say it is accountable, whereas the Heritage Foundation, it could be argued, as the vast majority of those that sit on the foundation are not elected, that's the one you should be attacking if that's your argument.
Well, let's put it slightly differently. The Letchworth Heritage Foundation costs us not a penny. It's the major landlord in the area, and it gets a lot of money, and it distributes it for the benefit of Letchworth. £3 million last year.
How much did they take in?
I've no idea. They got it from rents. I didn't pay them a penny. I didn't pay them a penny. I don't know anyone else who did. I dare say if you owned a property somewhere that you paid rent on, you paid rent like you'd pay it to any other landlord. But more important is they didn't cost us a penny, whereas Letchworth Town Council cost us £600,000, an increase, by the way, of a factor of 3. That's 70-something pounds per average household.
Right, so your argument is not accountability, your argument is money, how much it costs.
Well, that is accountability, isn't it? What are they spending it on?
Well, accountability...
Nothing worthwhile, as far as I can see.
Accountability is whether you can be held by account to the people that you represent, and as far as the Parish Council is concerned, ultimately you can. You can be voted in or out.
We're looking forward to that event. Next year, I think not many of them will survive.
OK, now, as a councillor, what are you going to be doing?
Well, my first concern is to ensure that we don't spend the kind of money that they think is appropriate, the other 23 think is appropriate, because that's quite ridiculous. Secondly...
But are you going to argue against everything, every spend that is suggested?
Not every penny necessarily. If we've got commitments to pay rent, I've got to allow that. But basically, yes. don't want them to spend money. We've got 2 other organisations in the town perfectly capable of looking after us. After all, 4 years ago, it didn't exist. We got on perfectly well without them.
I see some parish council meetings going to be interesting with you on board, Peter.
Yes, they might be, yes.
Thank you for joining us on the programme.
OK, bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Peter Groves, who's in there to destroy from within. Right. OK.